What do you think, Ted?
Hey horror fans, I'm back with one of the standout horror films of 2024 is Oddity, a project that distinguishes itself from recent entries in the genre. Directed by McCarthy, who has previously created several short films and achieved moderate success with his debut feature Caveat, Oddity appears to be the film that has captured the most attention. It boasts impressive performances, authentic scares, and maintains a cohesive tone throughout. Nevertheless, some viewers may find themselves puzzled by the meaning of the ending or whether the initial setup truly pays off. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. The film's conclusion, featuring a chilling ghost beside one of the main characters, serves as a striking visual and effectively ties the entire narrative together, linking early details to the various twists that unfold later on. Mannequin or Your Last Shipment. One fateful night, Danny Odello Timmis, the wife of psychiatrist Ted Timmis, meets a tragic end while working on renovations in their newly purchased country home. Earlier that evening, Olin Boole, a former patient of Ted's, pays a visit to Danny, alerting her to the presence of an intruder in the house. Olin soon becomes the prime suspect in her murder, only to be found dead himself in his room at a halfway house by Declan Barrett. Fast forward a year, and Danny's twin sister, Darcy Odello, a blind clairvoyant gifted with psychometric abilities, encounters Ted at her Cabinet of Curiosities shop in Cork. They discuss plans to meet again. A few days later, Darcy makes an unannounced visit to the country house, where Ted now lives with his new partner Yana, a pharmaceutical sales representative. Just before Darcy's arrival, a large crate containing an eerie, life-sized wooden mannequin is delivered to the house. Ted slipped into the shadows of the night, heading to his shift at the hospital, leaving Darcy alone with Yana. The air thickened with unease as Yana's desire to escape was thwarted by the sudden disappearance of her car keys. A chill ran down her spine when she caught sight of the mannequin, its stillness shattered as it shifted positions without warning. In a panic, she dropped her cell phone from the upstairs landing, the shattering glass echoing like a scream in the silence. Curiosity mingled with dread as Yana approached the mannequin, her heart racing. Peering into the gaping holes in its head, she recoiled at the sight of disturbing artifacts. Photographs of Danny and Darcy, locks of hair, a single tooth, and a vial of dark, congealed blood. The atmosphere thickened as she felt a presence, a ghostly figure that resembled Danny flickering in the corners of her vision. Terror surged through her veins, propelling her to search frantically for her keys, which she finally discovered nestled within the crate that had carried the mannequin. With a surge of adrenaline, she fled the house, the weight of dread trailing behind her. When Ted returned, he found Darcy alone, her eyes glinting with a dangerous knowledge. She confronted him, her voice a low whisper laced with accusation, revealing that she knew he was the architect of Danny's demise. In a twisted tale of vengeance, she confessed to killing Olin, believing him to be the culprit. But a psychometric reading of Olin's glass eye had unraveled the truth. He was innocent. The real monster was Ted, who had conspired with Ivan, a brutish orderly, to orchestrate Danny's murder. Olin had overheard their sinister plot and had come to warn Danny, but it was too late. The walls of the house seemed to close in, echoing with the weight of their dark secrets. Does the spirit gone? To establish his innocence, Ted informs Darcy of his plan to meet with the investigator who handled his case, intending for the investigator to call her and clarify the evidence. Afterward, Ted heads back to the hospital and dials his cell phone. Unbeknownst to Darcy, Ted has removed a trapdoor cover near where he left the phone. When she goes to retrieve it, she unexpectedly falls through to the stone floor below. Following Ted's orders, Ivan goes to the house to check on Darcy's situation, but he becomes the target of a relentless wooden mannequin that Darcy seems to control with supernatural power, ultimately leading to Ivan being gravely injured. Later on, Ivan, having survived the ordeal, is placed in a psychiatric facility by Ted. To prevent Ivan from revealing the truth about Danny's murder, Ted releases a dangerous cannibal within the hospital, who ends up killing Ivan. Ted then returns to the country house, now living alone after Yana ended their relationship, disturbed by Ted's indifference to the deaths of both Danny and Darcy in his home. On his doorstep, he discovers a small package from Darcy's peculiar shop. Inside, he finds a call bell that Darcy had previously shown him, claiming it was haunted by the spirit of a bellhop who died in a nearby hotel and kills anyone who rings it. Defiantly, Ted rings the bell, initially seeing no signs of the ghost. As he starts to feel at ease, he remains oblivious to the bellhop's spirit lurking behind him. Our nerdy thought. The conclusion of Oddity stands out due to its deep connection to Ted's character, who consistently makes poor choices that have surprisingly worked in his favor until now. He comes across as a caring and dependable individual, but by the end, viewers will uncover his truly vile nature. Initially, Darcy is a character shrouded in uncertainty, yet she emerges as a kind of hero once Ted's true colors are revealed. Ted is linked to several deaths, including those of Darcy, her twin sister, and Ivan, the orderly who aided him in murdering his wife. Witnessing a villain face justice is not only gratifying, but also resonates deeply, as there are larger themes at play. This narrative isn't a straightforward feminist tale with a neat, happy ending. Instead, it features 3 central female characters who are incredibly relatable. Yana is the only one clever enough to escape, while Darcy stands out as the most insightful and courageous, and we feel a profound sense of loss for her sister, Danny. In a sense, Darcy takes the lead by challenging Ted with a series of puzzles he must navigate, whether it's through an unusual gift or unexpected visits that test his resolve. Rather than stooping to his level, she chooses to redefine the game entirely with her own set of rules. McCarthy skillfully weaves this mindset into the building tension and the overall atmosphere, but his creative team truly shines in crafting these characters as complex individuals with their own motivations and beliefs. Much like the peculiar items in the shop, these characters possess genuine personalities that defy initial impressions. Ted is a man who believes he has a grasp on everyone around him, and his violent, entitled demeanor leads him to think he can evade consequences. However, his world unravels when Yana escapes. Darcy is discovered dead. He eliminates his accomplice, and ultimately, he ignores all the warnings that come his way. So this was for today's folks. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
It burned down quietly to a pile of...
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.